Good day everyone and welcome back to your online class for cookery. I would like to welcome you all for another set of lessons that we are going to discuss for today. I am your teacher, Mr. Manang Bernabe, your TVL trainer. Will be with you for the next 1 hour. Next, we have the word dredge. Dredge, the basic dredge definition class is just simply lightly coat a food in a dry ingredients, such as flour, cornmeal, or breadcrumbs. Often, you'll dredge foods before frying to crisp and add golden color to whatever dry ingredients you use for dredging. So example of this is yung chicken meat that you are going to coat with small amount of flour, or you have this cornstarch. That's an example of dredging. Then before you're going to fry the food to make it crispier and make it good and palatable to see, which is golden brown in color. Next is the word drizzle. Drizzle refers to the process of pouring a very fine stream of liquid, such as melted butter, sugar glaze, over food for decorative purposes and or to add flavor. As another example, chocolate syrup is commonly drizzled over ice cream or cake to improve the appearance as well as to add flavor. The next word is the word flick. Flick to full food such as cooked fish with a pork, producing a small pieces as test for doneness. Sometimes, flicking a food class example of this is making chicken macaroni. Chicken macaroni, when the chicken is cooked already, then you are going to flick it, then going to mix with other ingredients to make as a flavor for your chicken macaroni. So that is an example of flicking or flick. Next class is the word frying. Actually, there are two kinds of frying. So we have this so-called frying by using the small amount of cooking oil, and we have the so-called deep frying. What we have to discuss first, what is frying? Frying, the cooking of food in hot fats or oils, usually done with a shallow oil bath in a pan over a fire, or a so-called deep fat frying, in which the food is completely immersed and in a deeper vessel or hot oil. Relatively lean meats, fish, and vegetables are often floured or dipped in butter before being fried. So, fried, example of this are we have fried fish, we have this so-called fried pork chop, anything that is being fried using a small amount of oil or fats. While deep frying class is considered a dry heat method of cooking. It is heat conduction and natural convection to transfer heat to food submerged in a fat. Thus begins the golden brown delight known as deep fried food. Usually class, the deep frying method can be seen like chicken joy that in Jollibee that is made from deep frying, your cooking pies that's also made in the deep frying. So when you say deep frying, the food will submerge to plenty of fats or oil. The next cookery term that we have here is the word grate. Grate, the process of transforming solid, firm food items into small pieces by rubbing them item against a grating instrument. A food processor can also be used to grate foods, and it may be prepared for food items that are difficult to grate on a manual grate. Word that we have class is the word Julian. Julian is an example of cutting techniques that we are going to discuss on the next video, but it is included on the culinary cooking terms, so we have to include this. So Julian is the French name for a method of cutting vegetable into thin strips. Okay, So trim both ends of the peeled carrot, cut into 2 pieces. Repeat the slicing process as before to create long, thin strips of carrot that resemble fine matchstick type. Next word is usually used during baking. The word is kneading. Kneading involves the blending of various ingredients together, usually cold, to obtain a uniform mixture with different consistency depending on the relative proportion of solid to liquid ingredients. Most of it, example, are the dough. So mixing of flour, mixing of liquid ingredients, and the flour make it batter mixture. So when you mix it together, it forms like a dough, and the dough needs to be kneading. So that is the example of kneading method. So the next word that we have here is the word marinate or marinations. It refers to soaking of food, usually meat, in flavored liquid called marinade. So marinade is already a mixture of soy sauce, you have the oyster, then a lot of spices, or you can put a little amount of vinegar. So that's marinade. So marinating class is a technique that's been around at least since all days, when acidic mixture were commonly used to help preserve food. So since you have added vinegar, so it is an acid, or you put a squeeze of lemon, so it helps to extend the life of the food, because acid is one of the best ingredients or chemical substance that is used for preserving the food. Next, we have the word minchin. Minchin is a technique that allows the maximum amount of flavor to be contributed by minced food. Frequently, the minced vegetables is chopped so finely that it is melted into the dish. Mincing will definitely in fact the taste of the food. It is called for a recipe. Mincing is the finest level of chopping. Next is the word mix. Mix is combining of all ingredients in such a manner that all are distributed evenly among each other. So sometimes we have this menu that is very favorite in the town. We have this called butter mixed vegetable. So that is simply mixing other different kinds of vegetable, then season into one, then present it as a palatable menu. That's it for today, class, and thank you for bearing with me. Thank you for staying with me. I'm very happy to be with you. And please do not forget to subscribe our YouTube channel, presentasyon.cook.tv, for you to be updated in every time that I'm going to upload a new lesson video. This has been your teacher, Mr. Madam Bernabe, signing out.